In this video we will compare or we will come to know about distance and displacement. These are the two very relative terms in motion. Now first children, let us define distance. Now distance is generally defined as the length of the total path covered by an object, whereas displacement can be defined as the shortest distance between 2 points, the initial point and the final points. Let me show you a diagram by which we can just discuss whatever I have told. For example, you can see here, this is the diagram. I can show you the diagram here. Okay, now you saw the diagram. Now it is marked here. The diagram here, you can see it is marked as a point O, which starts from 0, and point A, which is about 60 kilometers. So it is mentioned in 6 kilometers. But here what I will tell, this is the initial point, this is the final point. So once I start from initial point, I can go in a straight way, I can go in this way, I can go in this way, or I can follow some other path and reach here. So all these are distances, means whenever I am telling I can follow any path, that those paths are known as distances. So that can be shortest, that can be longer, no issues. But when I am talking about the straight line path, which is the shortest among these 3 or 4 paths I previously followed, that is the displacement. Okay, so for here, as it is a straight line figure, you can see here the distance is equals to 60 kilometer, as well as the displacement also shown as 60 kilometer. But I can follow in this way also, I can go there, I can go this way also to reach A. So that is known as your distance. But when I am talking about the shortest distance between O and between A, that is the displacement. Now let us discuss some of the major differences between distance and displacement. So what exactly you can see, the first one what I told, the first point is distance is the total length of the path covered by an object from an initial point to the final point. In case of displacement, that is the shortest distance covered between 2 points, the initial as well as the final. Second point, you can say distance can be always positive, but displacement, it can be positive, it can be negative, it can be 0. Let us discuss that one. Distance is always positive, means I have to travel certain distances or certain path, that is known as your positive. But displacement, I need to mention the direction over there. So if I go forward, that becomes positive. If I go backward from the original position, that becomes negative. If I am revolving around a circular path or a closed path like a square, then that becomes the displacement becomes 0, because I am covering the distance, no doubt. The whole circumference of the circle is the distance covered by me. But the initial position and the final position, they coincide. That's why the displacement literally becomes 0. But then the third point, you can see distance is a scalar quantity, whereas displacement is a vector quantity. Now what do you mean by scalar quantity? What do you mean by vector quantity? Distance can be mentioned in a quantity only, that is known as your scalar quantity. It is having only magnitude. But in case of displacement, we have to mention the direction. Just now I told you. So it has the physical quantities which have a magnitude as well as direction are known as vector quantity. So here you can see here, these distances between 2 points, distances may not be unique. Anywhere, any path you can cover up. But displacement, I have repeatedly told, it is the shortest distance between 2 points. So that becomes the unique characteristics of displacement.